welcome to today's Mind Body section of 495E. My name is Kelsey Holland and I'm really excited to be here with you today. What you'll see over the next 45 minutes or so is a hybrid of Pilates and yoga. So before we get started, we'll just talk really quickly about what the difference is between the two of them and then how we can incorporate them into our own fitness practices. So first, yoga is an ancient Hindu practice that was mainly religious based that brought in breath control and different postures to heighten a mental awareness of life and their sense of state. Whereas Pilates is a little more flexibility, strength, and core stability focused. So we're going to try to bring components of both of those in today, and hopefully you can use them with your recovery or as well as your strength training portions with your clients and in your future careers. So find that nice, comfortable seated position and start to close your eyes. Start to think about how your breath is flowing in and out of your body. And start to make that breath a little bit deeper. Really drawing out your inhales and your exhales. So next we're going to place one hand on our belly and the other one on our chest. We're going to transition to an Ujjayi breath with it breathing in through your nose, filling up your belly, then your ribs, then your chest, then exhaling out through the nose, chest, ribs, belly. So think of this as that three-part breath. Inhale, belly, ribs expand, chest lifts, exhale, chest deflates, ribs, belly. So think of just a couple more of those, feeling that cool air come in through the nose and slowly out through the nose. So every time we move in yoga, we're going to have a breath associated with that movement. Think about sitting up nice and tall, as if a string is pulling you out from the tip of your head, lengthening the spine. And slowly starting to open our eyes here, we're going to bring our arms in with our breath. So still feeling that inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Flip the palms, exhale out, chest, ribs, belly, melting into the floor. Big inhale, lift up as if you're levitating up off the ground. And exhale, taking these at your own pace here. Next time we rise, we're going to take our right hand down towards the ground, reaching with the left hand up and over as the left hip presses into the floor. Allow yourself to lengthen out through the obliques, through the lats, through the shoulders. And feeling your hips press into the floor. Next big inhale, we rise up nice and tall. And exhale, left hand comes to the ground, right hip presses into the floor, so right hand reaches up and over. Gaze is lifted, always lengthening the spine. Give me one more deep belly breath in. And exhale. Next inhale brings us up nice and tall, and I want you to feel yourself lift the rib cage and reach it all the way forward as far as you can, and slowly melt into the floor. Allow yourself to stretch through your hips. Breathing in and out through the nose. And either rolling over our knees or swinging our feet behind us, we're going to find our first child's pose. So child's pose, hips go back towards the heels, fingertips reach as far as they can, shoulders press into the floor, breathe in. Each exhale lets you melt a little more into the floor. This is a really good recovery pose if we do some glute work or lower back work, or even shoulders here. So you can allow yourself to really melt and feel that stretch. Allow yourself to get heavier into it. Next, we'll rise up onto all fours right here. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Knees are directly underneath the hips. With our breath, we're going to inhale, drop the belly to the floor, lift the tailbone and the chin up. And we exhale, curl the tailbone under, chin to chest, lift the spine. Inhale, belly drops, lifting through our cow pose. And exhale as we come up through cat. So try a few cat-cow poses here. Bring your breath into your movement. Feeling how the abdominals, there we go, abdominals engage as we come up through cat. And then the erectors in our spine engage as we go through cow. So this is a really good spinal warm-up if you're going to be doing any core exercises, or typically any of our exercises that we're doing loading the spine, whether it's squat, deadlifts. It's a really good way to warm up that core as well as back muscular engagement. Finding yourself on all fours right here. Engage your abdominals to find a straight line, shoulders pressed down into our back pockets, feeling the core engage. And we're going to curl our back toes underneath, lifting the hips to the ceiling, feeling the crease in our hip flexors, and finding our first downward dog. Feet are about hip width here. And your heels don't have to be completely touching the floor, that's okay. If you want to start pedaling out through the heels to press them towards the floor, you'll get a nice stretch through your calves. But I want you to still focus on the hips lifting as if you're trying to hold a towel in your hip creases to really get that hamstring stretch. A lot of times we'll have clients who have lower back pain, and that often comes from tight hamstrings. So downward dog is a really good way to stretch through those. Give me one more big inhale. And exhale, we're going to shift our weight forward, walking our hands out one handprint at a time, finding our first high plank of the day. As we're here in high plank, hands are directly underneath our shoulders. Glutes are squeezed, so no peaks in the hips, no valleys in the hips. Everything is nice and tight. As we're here, I want you to focus as if you're trying to open jars with your hand to really start to get that lat engagement, shoulders down away from the ears as we're gripping the floor. Feel the whole body engaged. If you need to, always have the option of taking your knees, just making sure we still have that nice flat plank exterior here. So no hips back or down. Everything is strong. Holding that plank, keep breathing every single breath. In through the nose and out through the nose. Shift our weight 1 inch forward. Elbows tuck into our rib cage, and we're just gonna hover the floor. Holding here, squeeze the elbows into the ribs to engage your lats. Triceps are working, hands are gripping the floor. We are breathing, we are still hovering. Maybe we're shaking, that's okay. Breathe in and exhale out. Hold on, 2 more breath cycles, you have it. And slowly dropping everything to the floor. Forearms come to the ground, shoulders pressed down away from the ears. Inhale as we rise through baby cobra, meaning the forearms stay on the ground. Exhale, lowering back down. Inhale to rise, shoulders press away from the ears, as if your scapulas are going into your back pocket. So feel that shoulder blade come down and in. Only lifting to where it's comfortable. Using the muscles in our back, so using those erectors to lift us up, rather than the hands to push past comfort. Next inhale, we're going to use our hands, press up as high as we can to still keep our shoulders away from our ears. Gaze lifts, breathe in. This is our King Cobra. And your arms don't have to lock out. They can stay bent, we can be a little lower. Tops of the feet on the ground, gaze is lifted. Slowly lowering back down. Hips go back to meet the heels. Find your child's pose again. So if you need to at this point, roll out the wrists. Toes curl underneath us. Next inhale, we lift up through our downward dog. And start to walk our feet in to meet our hands at the top of our mat. Your legs don't have to be perfectly straight, so just how we felt in our downward dog, feel that hip crease and pressing the hips up and back to really get that hamstring stretch. Nod your head yes, and shake your head no. Here we're gonna grab onto our opposite elbows with our hands and let gravity do its job to stretch through our hamstrings. Slowly drop our hands down towards the ground. We're going to lift with a straight back up to a half lift. So it's gonna look like an upside down L as we're here. So feel that same string pulling your head forward. Big inhale, exhale, release around the spine. We'll do that again, half lift. Inhale up, hands can come above or below the knees. Exhale, round it back down. Try two more. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, lower back down. Last one. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, lower back down. Next inhale takes us all the way up through that half lift, full lift up. Inhale and exhale, find your mountain pose. So what mountain pose is, it just means that we're standing up nice and tall, finding our neutral spine. So as we're here, shoulders over the hips, hips over the knees, knees over the heels. Soft bend in all our joints. Shoulders all rolled back, chin is tucked in. We're gonna start to rock up onto our toes and then come back to our heels. Starting to find where that ankle stability is here. So just rocking up to where it's comfortable for us and without letting our hips go front and back. And then we're gonna find ourselves back in that mountain pose. Even weight distributed between the balls of our feet and our heels. Give me a nice big inhale, rise. Hips press back, but no Instagram booties. I want everything tucked in, nice and flat, sitting back into our heels. Hands reach up. This is our our chair pose. So chair pose is right here. If this feels like a lot of pressure on your upper back, hands can come to heart center. So here is really good for our thoracic spine as we reach up and back, thinking about opening our palms to the back wall. Give me one big inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. So we're gonna go through it all a little quicker. Inhale to half lift. And exhale, hands come down to the ground, walking out to our high plank. We've seen it already. Holding here in our plank, remembering that good form. Shoulders away from the ears, glutes are squeezed. Knees can come down or stay lifted. Weight shifts forward. Slowly lower down towards the ground. Belly comes to the ground. Shoulders roll back, rising up through cobra. Exhale, toes curl underneath, downward dog, lift high. Hold here for 3 breaths. We're going through our sun salutation all together. So we've seen all the moves. Now let's bring our breath a little more into focus. Inhale, step hopper, jump. Rising up, big inhale. Exhale, back through chair. Inhale to rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to half lift. Exhale to high plank. Step hop or jump the feet back. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower towards the ground. Inhale, rising up through cobra or up dog if we'd like to take it. Exhale, downward dog, 3 breaths. On your next exhale, step hopper, jump your feet in to meet your hands. Big rise up, inhale. Exhale, sit back in that chair, tuck the glutes underneath. Rise back up, exhale, forward fold. Inhale to half lift, extend the spine. Exhale, reach down to high plank. Inhale to shift forward. Exhale, lower, hover the ground, toes curl underneath, rise through cobra. Inhale. Exhale, downward dog, 3 breaths, pressing the heels into the floor. One more time through, exhale, step hopper, jump your feet in to meet your hands, rise, big inhale. Exhale, sit back into the heels. Inhale, rise, exhale, forward fold. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, drop down, step hopper, jump back in, plank. Inhale, shift forward, hold, bring it towards the ground, hover here in your chaturanga. Rise up through cobra, and exhale, downward dog, 3 breaths. Pressing the shoulders into the floor, hips lift up. We're going to step our feet in together this time, lifting our right foot up, making a footprint on the wall behind us. Keeping your hips square to the floor, we're going to exhale, draw the knee into our chest. Inhale, press back, footprint on the wall. Inhale, knee to chest again. Working our core here, finding ourselves coming through that plank. So flowing through this at your own breath cycle here. Let's go 2 more. And next time we bring our knee through, we're going to bring our foot between our hands, dropping the back knee, coming into a nice low lunge. Hips rock forward, so our back knee is down. Shoulders are lifted, really keeping your chin up. Pressing forward to stretch through our hip flexor here. Hips are square. Option, if we'd like, curling the back toes underneath, coming up through a nice crescent lunge. So here we get a nice deep stretch through our hip flexor as well. Left leg is behind. Left arm can lift up a little higher and press over to the right side of the body to open up that stretch. If not, we can just hold it up in the center. Give me 1 more deep breath here. Exhale, rotate the back heel towards the ground and opening up. This is our warrior 2. So the arch of your back foot is going to be in line with the heel of the front. Hips are square to the side wall. Arms are reached out nice and long. And gazes forward. All 10 toes into the ground. Give me a big inhale, lift the rib cage, shift it forward. Exhale, reverse warrior. Holding here for a few breaths. Keeping the weight pressed into your front leg. Arm is still reached, lifted. 1 more inhale. Exhale, bringing your right elbow to your right knee. Left arm reaches up to the front corner of the room, gazing into the inner arm. So this is our side angle here. We're going to rotate back in front just a few times. So big inhale, rise up through warrior 2. Shift forward, reverse warrior. Big inhale, exhale, we move, bring it forward. So hold on an inhale, move on an exhale. Inhale, exhale, reach back. Hold for an inhale, exhale, reach forward. Hold for an inhale, exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, reverse warrior. Hold, inhale. Exhale, side angle. Holding your side angle. And exhale, warrior 2. Hold it here 1 more time. Left arm swings behind us. We pop the left heel and come over, frame our foot, and kick back into downward dog. We've seen it. So keep holding it there. I'm just going to flip directions. You're holding your downward dog. Left foot kicks to the back wall right here. Putting that footprint on the back wall. Hips are squared. Exhale, bring the knee to chest. Inhale, footprint on the wall behind us. And going back and forth just a few times here. Bringing your breath into your movement at all times. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, reach out. Next one, foot comes between the hands, dropping our back knee, rising through a lunge. So this is just a nice quick warrior series where we're focusing on opening the hip flexors as well as strengthening the quads. Option of curling the back toes underneath, make it a crescent lunge. Other option, reaching right arm up into the back. Or just holding the center, rocking the hips forward, really focusing on opening up that psoas here. Right heel comes down towards the ground, hips reach out to the side. We find our warrior 2. So back arch is in line with the front heel, shoulders are down and back, hands are extended up, lifting the rib cage, shifting it forward, and exhale through our reverse warrior. So hold it here for just a few breaths. A lot of times people want to let their hips drop. Really keep the hips squared, weight in that front knee. Next exhale, we bring our left elbow to left knee and reach up and over with our right arm. Feel yourself opening up through the left knee, really pressing it out towards your pinky toe. One more big inhale, reach. And exhale, find yourselves coming back through reverse warrior. Inhale to hold, exhale, bring it back through the front. Inhale, hold, find your warrior two. Inhale, shift the rib cage. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, hold. Exhale, move through side angle. Hold for an inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, shift. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, hold. Exhale, side angle. Let's go two more. Find that warrior two. Shift forward. Exhale through our reverse. Exhale through side angle. Exhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse. And exhale, side angle. And back through warrior two. One more time, form check. Hands are reaching nice and far. Right heel, right arm pop. Reach up and over, frame your feet, step back through our downward dog, and we hold downward dog 3 breaths. After your 3 breaths, knees come down towards the ground, hips press back into the heels, roll the wrists out, wiggle in the hips. We are finished with the yoga portion. Give yourself a second here to just breathe and stretch it out. Up out of our child's pose, we're going to transition into our Pilates portion of class. So I'm going to have you start very similarly. So this class will be a little more glute and core focus rather than the stretch and lower body focus that we had in the last section. So we're going to sit up nice and tall. We're going to bring our hands to our rib cage. Give me a nice big inhale. Extend the rib cage out. Exhale out through the mouth and engage the belly. So inhale, inflate the ribs. Exhale, engage the core. So try a few of those. This is our lateral breathing, focusing on the movement of the rib cage out. Exhale, draw it all in. So we feel it a little differently, warming up the core this way. Let's go just a few more to get that sense of difference here. So what we're going to do next, we're going to shift over so that we're going to sit with our feet up in the air. Remembering that nice deep breath we had, our hands come to our shins. We're going to inhale, extend the spine. Exhale as if we're getting punched in the stomach, round it forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, round it back. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, press it back. So making sure we're feeling a nice little change in that pelvic tilt. So it's going to be an anterior tilt to a posterior tilt. On our next one down, I want you to just hold it in the center. Feel that tilt forward of the pelvis. Hands reach up. We're going to try to lift our hands up and then bring them back to center while still keeping that nice belly focus. So inhale, exhale, engage the belly. Inhale up. We might shake a little, that's okay. And let's hold it in the center next time. Hold it here. We're going to inhale, rise up, flat back. Exhale, come down, round, reach to the back corner, rise back up. Exhale, reach to the other side. So feeling yourself coming forward and back. Those changes in our spinal curves will help us feel it more in our abdomen rather than in just our hip flexors. You got just a few more here to go to just get that nice little rotational development. Give me just 2 more because it feels good. And next time we're in the center, let's just hold it in the center, reach it back one final time. Can we tap the heels? And slowly extend the feet out, rolling yourself all the way down towards the ground. Find yourself lying down flat in your back, hands reach up over our head. So allow yourself to just melt into the mat. See how this feels right here? And we're gonna bend our knees again and bring our hands to our hips. We're gonna inhale just as a relaxation. And exhale, I want you to imprint your spine into the floor by really engaging your abdominals. So inhale, just release. Exhale, imprint your back into the floor. So it might not look like a lot, but imagine I walked up next to you. I shouldn't be able to fit my hand underneath the small of your back on those exhales. So as you're here with that spinal imprint, I want you to just feel that all vertebrae touching the ground. And still continue to breathe without moving your back. So inhale, you're still engaged. Exhale, you're engaging just a little bit more. So remembering that feeling, and we're gonna extend our feet out in front of us. Hands come up. We're gonna inhale to stretch. Exhale, press hard through that imprint. Hands lift up. We roll up one vertebrae at a time. We sit up nice and tall, reach forward, and do it in reverse. Keeping our heels on the ground, slowly roll down. Exhale, feeling how your belly works with your breath. Inhale at the back, exhale, press the spine into the floor, slowly engage as we lift up nice and tall, stretch it over. So try a few of those at your own pace, guys. Your challenge is to go as slow as you can. You got just a few more here. So this is our Pilates roll-up. This is a staple to really get the core nice and warm, ready to go. If you have clients who really struggle with this, they can do it with bent knees. They can focus on just the first half. And if they need to, they can use their arms to come back up and over. Really grant yourself that stretch at the front. Really feel that stretch as far as you can to lift the rib cage up and over, stretching it there. Let's go one more, all the way through. And next time you're lying down on the ground, I want you to hug your knees into your chest. So bending both knees in and rocking side to side. Feel that nice little spinal massage right here. And we're going to lift our head, neck, and shoulders up off of the mat. Chin is always off of our chest. Spine is imprinting in. Right leg extends out as the left leg stays in. 2 pulses, and then we switch. So it's pulse, pulse, and switch. The other one comes out to about 6 inches, and we're still feeling that active tug as we bring our knee into our chest. This is our single leg stretch, another staple exercise in Pilates core movements. And to make this a little more challenging, keep your chin up, hands come behind the head, still actively stretching through your straight leg. And we're gonna take our opposite elbow to our opposite knee. So it's pulse and switch, pulse and switch. So it's a little different than our bicycle because we're feeling that extra pulse at the side. A lot of times as people do this, or right here, I want you to focus on really moving the shoulder towards our knee, really getting as much of that twist in our spine, that nice little rotation at the waist every time. So keep it moving, guys. Let's go 2 more to each side. 1 more to each side. And without dropping, hug both knees into your chest. Chin comes into chest for just a hot second. We're gonna take a big inhale, release both legs and arms out. Exhale, come back into that tight ball. So still keeping our shoulders up off the ground, imprinting our spine. Exhale, bring it right back. So you find that nice hollow hold, and then bring it all in. Inhale to stretch, exhale to bring it back. So hopefully the core is firing up here, guys. Let's go 2 more. And last one, hold it in. We're going to extend our right leg out and the left leg comes up towards our chest. We're gonna do 2 pulses and switch here. So this is our single leg, straight leg stretch. When we're doing this one, always imprinting our lower back. And then grabbing above or below the knee, trying not to put too much stress on the knee joint itself. So that's why we always want to grab up here or down here. So keeping it going, focusing on your stretch. It doesn't have to come all the way to your face. That's okay. Are we breathing? Yes or yes? Making sure that you're getting oxygen to those working muscles. Give me 2 more each side. And next time it's up, bring both legs up. Hands come underneath the glutes. Shoulders can finally relax down. We're going to inhale down, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, lift up, 2, 3, 4. If you're feeling any strain on your lower back, making sure that you're not going as far down. Always focus on those same principles of imprinting your spine towards the ground by keeping your belly engaged. You got just a few more to go here. And then we add a little extra challenge. So on this next one, as we go down, we're gonna drop our toes towards the right side, coming up the left, and then reverse it, dropping down to the left, coming up the right. This is our corkscrew. So we do 1 circle to one side, and then 1 circle to the other side, getting as low as we can, focusing on the exhale on the way up, the inhale on the way down. Make that circle as big as you can each and every time here, guys. Focusing on how one side may go a little bit further than the other. Noticing our imbalances, noticing our breath. And next time our legs are up, let's hold them in. Hold, 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 hold. Knees come into our chest, head, neck, and shoulders lifts up. And we're gonna start to roll like a ball here. It's a little fun. As we come up to the top, trying to get to the top without our feet touching the ground, sticking it at the top without the feet touching, taking it back and bringing it up again. Think about inhaling back, exhale as we lift. If it's too easy, trying it with straight legs, coming up to that V-sit. If that's even too easy, trying to release the hands. Focusing on that balance, that core engagement. And next time we're up at the top, I want you to hold it. So this movement we can have both in Pilates and yoga. This is our boat pose. So you can start with your knees bent, they can come a little straighter or all the way straight, holding or releasing, shoulders down, one big V-sit right here. So yoga calls it a boat pose, Pilates calls it a V-sit. Hold it here. We're gonna try for 5 V-ups. So that means we lay all the way down to the ground and come right back to this position. So I'll show you right here. We lay all the way down, come right back up. Try it for 5 of them. If you need to, make it a sit-up. Hands come down, we come back up. If we want, try the whole thing. Give me 5 attempts, however you can, right here. Using your breath to really guide you through. Next time you're at 5, or when you're at 5, let's hold it up here. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Slowly lower down, as slow as we can towards the ground. Arms come up and over and release. Hardest part's over here, guys. We're just gonna take you through a really quick stretch. Right knee comes into our chest as we're stretching here. Left knee stays straight. Owning that stretch through our left hip flexor. Hands come behind the right leg, lifting the right leg to the ceiling or further, however it works for you. Feeling a nice stretch through our hamstrings, grabbing below or above the knee. Knee comes into chest, brings it across midline, getting that nice IT band stretch or that little TFL stretch here. If we go a little more, we can stretch more through our back, bringing our left hand over our body, looking towards our right arm. Knee comes back into the center here, and we switch it out. Give your left leg some love. So hugging it into our chest here. Hands come behind the left leg, lifting it all the way up. Notice any sort of imbalances here. My left leg goes nowhere compared to the right, but we're all human. We all have stronger sides. So feeling that stretch, trying to resist your hand by really straightening your knee. Knee bends back in, bring it across midline, get that nice TFL or IT band stretch. And hands come out. Gaze over towards the left hand, right hand can come across body. And rolling it back out, both knees come in, sitting up nice and tall as we're here. So we're just gonna finish with a few breaths here and then we'll get you out of here. So nice big inhale up, however you wanna take it, yoga or Pilates, exhale out. And last one. And exhale, shake it out. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you have any questions, please let us know. You can always email me at kxh350@psu.edu. And we can talk anything Pilates or yoga if you'd like. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.